Hello, here I am, freshly washed from my shower. I'm holding my tiny microphone because I found that when it's attached to my shirt, it gives weird feedback and makes me sound kind of weird. So I'm just going to hold it and pray that this sounds good. So we're without hot water in the building. We're halfway through the summer. It's been 5 weeks. We have 5 weeks left. It is technically second term, which means we have what's called July experience here. So students going into their sophomore year of high school and above, all the way up to going into their freshman year of college, come and take classes and live in a dorm building and see what college is like, that kind of stuff. So they're here. But because we're halfway through the summer, it is time for maintenance. And maintenance means no hot water. And I dealt with this at the beginning of the summer, but I was not prepared for there to be no hot water. And so here we are. No hot water, but showered. I made it through. But I'm not dealing with that tomorrow. I'm just going to go to the gym in our union and work out and then shower there, because there are 2 showers, and that'll just make things so much better. I kept expecting the water to heat up, and it kept not heating up, and it was really a disaster. I was very cold. So I'm in a long sleeve shirt and long pajama pants, whatever. So update, I did not do any dissecting today for a reason that is very valid. So this morning I thought, I'll go to work at 8:30, leave at 11:30. It'll be good. I'll get stuff done. I'm going to go and get things done and really get moving on this new phase of my project. I approached the building, our biology and chemistry building, with major labs. All of our research labs are in this building. And I see a gaggle of folk, all about, 50 feet from the building. And I think, that's way too many people for the July experience kids to just be crowded around out there. There must be something going on. Luckily, as I approach, I see a lab mate. So I go up to him, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, the fire alarm went off. So I'm thinking, okay, it probably tripped somehow. It's probably a false alarm. Maybe someone was smoking too close to the building, and I don't know, something like that. Cut to 15 minutes later, and they're not letting us in the building because the power has gone out, which is why the fire alarm tripped, because it's the automatic signal to get everybody out of the building, and because our labs have heavy chemicals and different, concerning elements to them. If there's no power, it's essential that people evacuate. Very fair. Understandable. We were without power all day. We are still without power. We are on generators, backup generators. But that basically means that our lab has air conditioning, and our 2 incubators and our fridge are all hooked up to power, but nothing else. A single light bulb. I take that back. There's a single light bulb on in our lab. And our lab is lucky. Not every lab has air conditioning. Some of the labs do not, and the whole building does not. So it's like you walk into our lab and our lab is cool, which is nice. But because there was no light, I couldn't exactly do dissections, because even though we have big windows, we need microscope lights to see what's going on. So there was no dissection today. No new forms of dissection, no exciting fly things. No one in my lab could do anything. We all had projects planned. We all had things that we wanted to do. But unfortunately, they all required power, because they required centrifuging or light or, other devices that needed to be hooked up to power. And we didn't have any of that. So we didn't really get much done today, but it wasn't just us. A lot of labs didn't get anything done today because a lot of it was just like, does your laptop have power? Do some reading, or do some sequencing analysis, do this. You know, it was a lot of, our advisor is away, but it was a lot of advisors telling their advisees, just do something on your computer, because none of the lab equipment was working. Although the guy who was doing, you know, the analysis and the maintenance came by, and he made a very good point that this is a very good test of all of our buildings, you know, setup. Basically, you know, is everything working as it should? Are all the things that you think are attached to backup power? So that's good, I guess. At least there's that. You know, now we know that our incubators will stay incubating even if we lose power. And it's confusing to everybody involved, because there's a big box that lights our library and our stadium, or part of our stadium, and is also responsible for the power in our chemistry and biology building. And the only switch that was tripped on that giant box, kind of like a fuse box, but like big, the only switch that was tripped was our building. And the transformer had blown, so they were unclear if the building blew the transformer, or if the transformer blew and just knocked out all power to the building. As of 4:30 p.m., it didn't look like we were going to get power back, even up until maybe tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., because campus police is going to be responsible for patrolling the building, making sure that no one gets in or out, because the inner doors are attached to that backup power and can let people into their labs, but the outer doors are not working properly, where students can swipe in and out, so they're not opening. They're just automatically locked. So campus police is cutting the zip ties that were keeping the doors open today at 6 p.m., and then they're putting the zip ties back on at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, assuming that, you know, we still are without power. So here's hoping that power comes back on so that I can actually do something, and that my lab can actually do something, because we just all, you know, talked about med school and different projects that we hoped to work on, but were unclear of whether or not we would get to, and what our plans for the week were. And one of my lab mates has a project that's supposed to take 3 days, and Thursday is the 4th of July, so now she's not sure that she can do it this week. Might have to wait until next week, which kind of sucks, because that means she doesn't have anything to do for the 3 days that she is here. Yeah, so it was kind of a bust of a day, to be honest. But then I did go to the post office, and I put all the freshmen's mailbox keys together so that they'll all get their mailbox keys, so if they recognize my handwriting. That was me. I did that. I'm still not done with that project. I still have about 200 keys to pull from the box of keys, the magical boxes of all of our keys. So I still have to pull a ton of them. But for now, I have about half of them done, ready to go to the freshmen, which is very exciting. So at least I accomplished something today, even if it wasn't what I thought I was going to accomplish. But yeah, here's hoping that I have more to talk about tomorrow when we get power back and I can do things. Because if we don't get power back, it's going to be a long Wednesday. You know, tomorrow might not be that long, but Wednesday will seem really long, because we get, you know, Thursday off, and then I haven't decided whether or not I'm coming in on Friday, because my advisor's not here, and all three of my other lab partners they're all going home, or going, you know, to Washington, D.C., and like doing things with their family or friends, and so I'm just going to be all alone if I'm here. So I haven't decided whether or not I want to go in yet, but we'll see. But either way, I get Thursday off, which is nice. So, woohoo! But yeah, hopefully I have more to talk about tomorrow. More discovery kind of things, less buildings without power things. So, I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with power and hot water, maybe. Maybe both. That would be fantastic. Alright, bye.